Hi everyone. So today I really want to make a video on an issue that I think, should not be ignored, and that is all of this girl on girl drama and violence that is going on, not just verbally, but also like physically, and it just seems like things are getting like kind of serious, and it's really an issue that I think is very important because, me being a girl or, woman, um, I think it's important for us girls to kind of, realize that some of these things can be avoided and it shouldn't have to go that far. So one of the first things that I want to talk about is the whole haters, backstabbers, and fake friends thing that is, kind of like a big issue right now because, and actually it's always been an issue, but the truth of the matter is that you're always gonna have haters. You're always gonna have people that are gonna backstab you, and there's always gonna be people that are fake. This happens to celebrities. There's people like Taylor Swift singing songs about it, and Demi Lovato. There's just like two, of the people that come to my mind right now. Of people are telling them that they're not going to get anywhere, that they're not, good enough to sing or good enough to, get big, and obviously those two girls are. So that's just kind of like an example that it happens to everybody, and even to me lately, I've kind of been doing this, whole internship. So I've been doing, kind of some things that like, related to fashion that I want to do about. And so we've actually been doing a little bit like, a few little small interviews on TV and some other things like that to kind of promote the store where I was doing the internship at. And so, a lot of people all of a sudden they kind of started in a way like trying to see like I don't know, it kind of it just seemed a little fishy because people that I hadn't talked to kind of started talking to me again, and it's not even like a big deal what I'm doing, but still it just kind of seemed like, wait a second, like what's going on here. But I do have another friend that she's doing the modeling and stuff, and she was mentioning to me that unfortunately it has happened to her a lot of people that haven't talked to her in like maybe like 3 years, and all of a sudden they're interested in talking to her. But the only thing she does is just like she doesn't go like all dramatic on them, and she doesn't tell them like, oh yeah, this and that, like all of a sudden you're talking to me. She just kind of like lets it like slide off of you. And my mom has a really good saying about that actually. She says it in Spanish, but basically what she says is like pretend that all the negative stuff is soap, and just like literally let it like slide off of you. And that is one thing that I did like a lot. And I've actually been doing this like for like a very, very long time, that I just kind of like, I don't really look into the whole drama thing. I don't really pay attention to it. And that's why like I actually didn't have any drama in high school. I had a very fun and relaxed high school experience, and like I loved it. I can look back and not be like tortured about it or sad about it or anything because I was fortunate enough to not have any drama. But what I did do was ignore all of that because I do know that at the end of the day, like me especially, that I want to go into the fashion industry, there is going to be all of that. I know there's going to be people that are trying to like stop you from getting somewhere, or that are going to talk bad about you, or that are going to sell you out. And so like you really just have to like have thick skin, because even if you're just going into like any other industry that's not even in the entertainment industry, like fashion or anything like that, there's still going to be people that are going to be like jealous of you, or that are trying to like stop you from getting somewhere. And you really like, the only thing that you really could do is just like not pay attention to it. Just like ignore it and don't make a big deal out of it. And like also like another thing that I see that like kind of bothers me is like when girls are posting like, oh, keep running your mouth, blah blah blah, or like I love my haters. I mean, I guess it's good to love your haters. I don't know, but I just think it's kind of like it just adds more fuel to the fire if you're posting things like on Facebook, or if you're just like talking about it publicly a lot, and like you're saying like, oh look, this and this person was telling me this and that, because then like that's when it sometimes leads to something physical, or it leads to getting like bigger. And if you just ignore it, it'll just like die down on its own, and it's better to like not make yourself look bad. Because I also think like in a way, like when guys see that you're posting all this stuff on Facebook saying about girls that are, being dramatic, or people running their mouth, or that you're gonna go and do something about it or whatever. I think in a way it also draws guys away from you, because I think the last thing that guys want to be involved with is drama. And I have had a lot of guy friends, and that's like the number one thing that they tell me that is like a huge, huge turn off, and that's drama. So if you're posting all of this stuff on Facebook or Twitter or anywhere else that you go on about girls being this, girls being that, or whatever, it really is going to draw guys away from you, because they're going to be thinking that you have all this drama in their life, and nobody really wants to get involved in drama. And it's not because guys are so important. Like you really should do it for yourself too. Like you just look a lot like classier and you look a lot more mature if you're not posting stuff like this and if you're not, paying so much attention to all of this drama. But now that we're talking about guys too, I really do have to say, oh my god, another big, big issue that kind of shocked me the other day is when I saw the news and I saw that these two 10-year-olds, I believe, got in a fight in an alley or something like that over a boy. My first shock was 10-year-olds. I was like, really? 10-year-olds are fighting over a guy? Like, that is so crazy. I remember being 10. The last thing I cared about was really like boys. Right now I'm 19, well, I'm turning 20, but I remember being 10 and I was like, who cares? Like I think like for me a crush, like my imagine like my whole crush thing or me liking somebody was because I like seeing them at recess or I like seeing them in class. But it was never anything like big or oh he's my boyfriend or all this and that. Like I still thought that boys had cooties. Like I no, I did not want to be like involved in all of that. And so that was my first shock that it's 10 year olds. And I know that right now, like, things are going so fast. I'm the oldest out of my, siblings. And, my younger sister, I am seeing, like, a lot of things that I would have never even been exposed to back then. But obviously now it's, the times are moving so fast. And it's really sad, actually, because these two 10 year olds that got in a fight, one of them actually ended up either banging the other girl's head on the wall or on the concrete, and so the girl died. And that's when it gets even more serious because like not only are they already getting in fights over boys, but now one of them is dead and the other one is like awaiting for her trial because she's probably gonna spend like the rest of her life in jail. Probably right now juvie and then jail. And how sad is that? Because now this guy, I mean, he's obviously why is he gonna get in trouble? He didn't do anything. So he's gonna go on with his life. He probably even already has another little girlfriend, or later on he's gonna have this other girlfriend. And now one of them is dead, and the other one is in jail. So it's crazy, and it really like I was like with my mouth open, like I could not even believe that that was going on because it's so crazy and that shouldn't even be happening. And so I don't know. I really like girls, and I know maybe some of you guys are like rolling your eyes, saying like, "Oh, please, I would never fight for a guy," or "I would never fight," or if you're a guy, you're probably saying like, "Oh, I would never fight for a girl." But it has happened. I remember my freshman year, there was these two guys. I was friends with both of them, and they wanted this other girl, and they both really liked her. But one of the girls liked one of the guys, and instead of that girl going and telling the guys, you know what, you guys like don't even fight or don't argue or whatever because it's not even worth it. I like this guy, so it's not even whatever. Like it's not even okay for you guys to fight because my feelings are already towards somebody else. She let it happen. She let the fight happen, and the guy that she supposedly had said that she really liked, I guess in fighting terms, he ended up losing. So she ended up going out with the other guy, the one that kicked the guy's butt, I guess. And it's like, wait, I thought you said you liked this guy, but now just because he lost, you're going with this guy. And so she really got like so much bad stuff over it. Like so many girls stopped talking to her. Nobody wanted to be friends with her. And some of the girls that were friends with those two guys like wanted to get her. Like they wanted to do something to her because she first of all she let this fight happen. So both of them got suspended. And the other guy that, I guess he won, he did end up going out with her for a while. And I remember talking to him like 2 years after that, and he was like, "Oh my god, that was so stupid. I don't even know why we got in a fight like over her. Like girls, like it's so stupid to fight over girls and this and that. And it is stupid. Like it really is dumb. Like to be fighting for somebody because personally for me, if I knew that two guys were gonna get in a fight for me, I'd be like, first of all, I am not property. You can't just fight over me because I have a say over this. Like I have a say on who I like and who I don't. And honestly, just knowing that two people are gonna fight for me, it's like that already is gonna make me like stay away from them. It's like really, like that's how much value you think I have. That it's like, oh, we're not even gonna consider her opinion. Let's just fight over her and see who wins. Like we're not in the 1800s. You're not gonna be fighting over somebody. They're not property. I definitely don't think I'm property, so I would already like not even be that interested in the guy if he was thinking about fighting over me because that's really just low. So girls and guys also because it does happen as I told you in the story and it is real. I'm obviously not gonna say any names, like that's really not even necessary, but it is real and it has happened. And trust me, like that girl, she ended up really not even having that many girls that wanted to be her friends just because everybody remembered back to what happened, freshman year. And it's so sad because like, maybe I don't know, some girls I think maybe they think oh, it's gonna make me look like more wanted or that people want me more or whatever. But it really is not something positive, and it's not gonna look good. And people do remember stuff like this, especially if you stay in the same high school. Like people are gonna remember about this. So just stay away from that. Don't like it's really not even worth like fighting over a guy or fighting over a girl because again, first of all, you have to have value like for them. You have to respect their like opinion and really even fighting, it's like, okay, what happens if you do lose? Like that guy, like he got in a fight. I mean, he didn't care. He was like, oh, she likes me, whatever. He ended up, I guess, losing, and then she didn't even pay attention to him. And actually, since both of them got suspended, like she never even went to go visit the other guy and tell him like, oh, I'm sorry, this and that. And even guys too, they were telling the guys like, why are you guys fighting for a girl? Like that's so dumb, this and that, and like, it's I don't know, it just makes the whole like all the people involved look really really bad. So my I guess just my ending advice for all of you girls and guys out there really is just stay away from the drama. There's always gonna be people that are jealous of you because maybe you have better grades, maybe you have a really pretty boyfriend or I mean hot boyfriend or pretty girlfriend, or maybe you're more popular than they are, or you have better things. I don't know. I just think you really just need to ignore all of that and don't get involved with all of that. Just kind of, let it slide off and just don't even go ahead and post it on Facebook like, oh, who cares about my haters, this and that, because by you already posting on it, it means you care. So if you didn't care, you wouldn't be posting it. So again, it's just, I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to give like all of you guys advice on just like, and it's not even just for drama free high school, but it's also drama free like in your life because even as you get older, it still happens. Because I'm actually I've been around a lot of adults lately, and it still happens that they're still like, and it's so like I mean it's not funny, but like to me it's like wow really like we're not in high school anymore, but it's not even an excuse. Being in high school it doesn't mean oh I'm allowed to be like involved in all this drama because it's high school. No, you just shouldn't like just ignore all of it really. There's it's like not even worth it. So just really like if you're a girl, but it's like especially for girls because girls really get like so much crap sometimes and about how we have to look or who looks like this and who looks like that, whatever. Just ignore it really. If you don't want to be having any like like problems or drama in your high school, like your whole 4 years of high school, just don't pay attention to drama. Don't be calling people out on it. And also be careful what you say because so many girls go ahead and say like they voice their opinion about other people's lives without really thinking about it. And then this person hears about it and before you just are able to tell that person, like it goes around from one mouth to the other mouth to the other mouth to the other mouth. And so by the time that person gets the story, she probably got it in like this whole twisted other version of what you said. And so that's when sometimes people get like physical or, just like I said, it just makes a huge problem. So just be careful on what you say. And if you're going to have like an opinion on somebody else's life, make sure that they are asking you personally, not, somebody else randomly asking you, hey, what do you think about this person, whatever. Because trust me, like you don't even really know who to trust. So it's better for you to just like not have your opinions about other people's lives. Do your thing, and I promise you, like there should be no reason why you're gonna have drama if you just stay away from all of this. So don't fight over boys. Don't fight over any people that are backstabbing you or fake friends. Of course, like I said, it's always gonna happen. There's always gonna be these people. So like the only way for you to just like stay positive and like stay away from it is for you to just plain and simply just ignore it. And just, don't fight for guys. Seriously, like please don't fight for guys because sometimes okay, I understand, as girls, we sometimes get annoyed at each other or whatever. But for a guy, it's like that's just like taking it to a different low. Like it's so low to be like arguing over guys or I don't know. And honestly, like even my little sister tells me like, oh these two girls, they were doing this, they were doing that, and I always tell her like stay away from friends like that also before I forget too. If you have friends that are unfortunately like attracted to drama because there is people that feed off of it, try to get other friends because you will get sucked down if your friends are dramatic and they're into drama and they're gossiping about people or they're fighting over guys or fighting over dumb stuff or whatever. You will get sucked down into it, and unfortunately, sometimes the people you hang out with have a big influence on what your reputation is. So really, just the main tips for surviving high school is ignore everything, ignore the bad stuff. Don't post stuff on Facebook. It's so easy to just post it online and be like, oh, this girl, this and that, whatever. Don't do it. Like really, just don't do it. Stay away from it. Even if it makes you mad, just go ahead and write it in your journal if you want. Something that you're gonna have at home or vent about it. Go to church and talk to the priest about it, or talk to your mom about it. But really, like, just don't go out there because I mean, it's not like your mom's gonna go and like try to get you into all this drama. So just vent about it at home or whatever. But just ignore it because you should actually be happy. If there's people that are jealous of you, then you're doing something right. So I mean, just please, girls, keep that in mind. Guys, also, guys, you're not excused from this. You also get, there is all this guy drama also, and I have a lot of guy friends, so I know, and it's dumb. Just ignore it. If there's a guy talking bad about you, whatever, just ignore it. You don't have to get in a fight just because you're a guy. I know that this whole macho thing, whatever, but just ignore it. It doesn't matter. So I hope you guys really keep this in mind. This is really like it's really serious. And if you actually, I mean, you could look up the story on Google, because I watched it on a Spanish news channel. So just look up the story if you want to find out like the complete details. But it's really sad and really like it should never even lead to all of this, to like girls being so hateful towards each other that one of them ends up dead and the other one ends up in jail for the rest of their life. So girls, please, I hope these tips kind of help you guys. If you guys have any more questions or any other things that you don't know maybe how to deal with and that maybe I might be able to help you, comment or send me a message or something, and I will definitely like, comment right back. So yeah, I hope you guys don't have any drama in high school or in your life, or if you are in drama, I hope that this helps you just kind of get out of it. And yeah, I'll see you guys for my next video. I don't know when I'll be making it, but I'll see you guys next video. Bye.